everyone, Sam Glickstein with OspreyBio here. In this video, we're going to go over how to place a custom vector order for our bird of prey DNA design and construction service. This is different than a quick order, which is in a different video, but you will access the dashboard and the order form in the same way. So here's our home page. We're going to log in into our dashboard using the top right person icon here. Prompt you to log in. Once you do, you'll hit your dashboard, and on the left, you'll see custom vector order here under services. Now here again, you can see recent orders, quotes, or service requests, but to place a new one, we're going to go over here on the left, click custom vector order, and immediately you see some blocks and library elements here, which we're all going to go over. So initially, we begin with transcription units. Now this in our parlance is a single gene. And this tool is very simple, drag and drop, kind of like a gene designer almost. This will increase in functionality over time, provide more information, but for now it's pretty simple, drag and drop. If you hover over the individual blocks, you will get different informations, which will tell you, in this case for transcription units, what are in the 5' and 3' ends. Being that these are controller elements, what are different here are the 5' and 3' elements within each transcription unit. So UTRs, promoters, chromatin modification domains. A lot of these details can be found on our resources page if you want to learn more. But assuming you know what you want, you'll go here, pick a transcription unit to start. So we're going to drag TU7 down here in the bottom. And we're going to make a by gene just to go through a few examples. So we'll do TU13 here. Keep in mind that part of the beauty of bird of prey is that there's really no limit to the size and complexity of the gene. So we can keep adding transcription units all the way. You'll just be limited into what your delivery method really is. But we're going to start with these two, and you'll see that each transcription unit has one of three options to add gene elements within the transcription unit. So there's a custom module you can add, a GenBank ID module, or a library module. So for custom and GenBank ID, all that means is for custom, it's something that either doesn't have a GenBank ID or is not in our library. It might be something you've been working with for a long time. It's just not necessarily out in the internet ether. But here you can click, let's say custom gene. We'll give it a name. Let's say GOI or gene of interest 1. You'll paste your sequence. In this case, we're going to just type something. The second one we'll add as a GenBank ID, which in this case, you will just give the ID number. For both custom and GenBank genes, we will take these sequences that you provide, or in this GenBank ID, in that case, we'll go take the sequence from GenBank and screen it in our system. This will turn these genes, it's a very high likelihood that they will pass the screening and turn into a block, which will then make it usable like any of these other blocks in the bird of prey system, which is really cool because now we can start using custom genes together with our pre-existing library, different configurations with different promoter elements, you name it, there's a lot of different options. The third option is library. In this case here, if you choose a library gene in your transcription unit, you'll just drag and drop a element from here. So in this case, we'll go to cytokines up here at the top, and we'll click human. We'll do a drag human IL-20, and again, you can see a descriptor if you hover over those. In the third TU, we're going to make it simple. We're going to do 3 library genes, and we want, let's see. We'll do human IL-21 here. We'll add an iris element, which will allow us to put in 2 effectors into a single transcription unit. Let's put a reporter in there. Let's do RFP. And there we go. We have two genes. Now, again, you can keep adding transcription units into the same vector because this can keep going. Or you can click here on the right, add item, and add a second vector. So we're going to call this first vector before we do anything. We'll just call it power vector, like that. We can add a second vector here, which again, we'll start with transcription units and do the same process all over again for as many vectors as we would like. Once we do that, we will submit for a quote, and we will get back to you within 24 hours and work with you further. And we very much look forward to doing that. So with that said, let us know if you have any questions, and we look forward to interfacing with you soon. Thank you.